I just went through my freezer, my pantry, and my refrigerator to get all the things I need for meal prepping this week, for thinking about our meals and everything that's going on. I basically took out everything I saw that I could work with this week. Here's what I got going on this week. I have soup group, which means I have to make a soup, and that's where these carrots and celery come in with my orzo. So I have to make 3 batches. I'm making a Greek lemon soup with chicken that's in the fridge. That has to be prepared. So that's what some of those ingredients are. I'm gonna do the prep work for that. I am getting my lunches ready for this week. I am so big on quinoa right now. I love quinoa. And so I'm gonna mix my quinoa, and I always try and have a vegetable with it, and I'm gonna prepare my proteins. So that's what I got out of the freezer. Proteins being shrimp, flame grilled chicken. I had that left over in the freezer. And I even had some meatballs and some salmon. We have some spinach we need to saute and get rid of. A cucumber that's on the brink, not sure it's gonna make it. And then I had these herbs. Now my dill will go in my soup, but I have these chives. I have some parsley, cilantro that's been in the fridge a while, and some green onions. I know I bought some buttermilk. I'm wondering if I can make a green goddess dressing out of all this. So that's everything, that's the plan. Lots to do, but so good to use up what I have. All right, let's get to it.
I'm gonna start by chopping up my broccoli into smaller pieces.
I'm gonna put enough in my steamer basket to go into my quick cooker, and I'll have this on the top. Underneath will be my quinoa, which I mix with some chicken broth. I do the powdered chicken broth, a little bit of olive oil, and then I do add some turmeric, and that's about it. Put that on, this will steam, that'll cook, and we'll be good. I'm gonna save this broccoli to use in a dish another way.
While my quinoa is cooking, I'm gonna whip up buttermilk ranch dressing, and I start with a 2/3 cup of buttermilk, a 1/2 cup of mayo, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, and a 1/2 teaspoon each of onion powder and garlic powder. Then my fresh herbs, I have a tablespoon of chopped chives as well as fresh dill, and then I have this parsley that I've chopped up, and it's about 2 tablespoons I'm adding to the jar. I add a pinch of salt, and then I'm gonna put the lid on and shake it all up to combine all those flavors. I'll do a quick taste to make sure everything tastes good, and it tastes great. This is gonna be perfect to have as our dressing all week. The next dressing I'm going to make is a cilantro avocado dressing, starting with 1 cup of the buttermilk and 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. Then I'm adding these leftover green onions, about a tablespoon of the chopped onions, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. I'm also going to add 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic. You could use fresh garlic, it will just be a little stronger, but I always use minced garlic for ease. I'm adding in the juice of 1 lime, and I add my medium ripe avocado. Blend that all together in my mini food processor, and then I'll add a pinch of salt to taste. And then the recipe does call for jalapenos, but I did not have any jalapenos on hand. So knowing it was missing just that little kick, I did find this jalapeno hot sauce and added just a teaspoon of that, and it was perfect. This is going to be great on our salad, which I'm excited to show you next. The salad I'm making will be in this trifle dish, and it will use up so many things we have left over. It's the perfect way to use up what you have. I love my trifle dish. I have found when I use this for making salad, my family tends to eat it 100% more of the time. Let's go ahead and start with our shredded lettuce as the base, and then I have these tomatoes, these cherry tomatoes that I will cut in half and put all around on top of our shredded lettuce. For my third layer, I did fresh spinach, and now I'm adding cheese to add a nice white layer, and I have shredded white cheddar cheese and the rest of my feta. Perfect way to use up any cheese, as well as deli meat. I had this roasted turkey that I sliced up. It just made the slices stacked and thicker so I could have a taller layer. My next layer is going to be shredded lettuce, and then I'm going to add on that my cucumbers. I like where you can have a horizontal layer. It just makes it so pretty and stands out, and you can put the rest of your cucumbers in the middle. after adding a layer of red onions and deli ham, I'm now adding that cilantro avocado dressing. A perfect green layer on top, and it has the right consistency, right? A little thick, and it's perfect. And I'm gonna add some tortilla strips I had, which were left over from old salad kits, more green onions on top, and I just had a little bit left of my cheese crisps that I added as well for crunch. Look at this, perfect layers. I love how it came out. I was able to use up so much of what I already had on hand, but it just looks better, and I don't know what it is, but it always tastes better in a trifle dish. So we could be so creative with this, and I've made so many salads. In fact, I'll have another video which will show you just how much I do with a trifle dish. But this salad did not even make it into the fridge. My son went right in and started to devour it because he loves it so much. Next, I'm going to make a garlic shrimp scampi sauce, and I'm inspired by a shrimp scampi that I purchased from Sam's, and the family really liked it, but there was so many ingredients to it that I thought, you know what, I could make it at home, and that's what I'm doing. Frozen shrimp added to garlic and butter that I've sauteed, and I just had this garlic sesame seasoning. This is a 4-blend from Aldi I picked up, and I've been using it quite a bit. I have my 2 salmon fillets that I defrosted, and I'm putting them on my air fryer rack, and I'm going to coat those in some lemon pepper seasoning. Now that they're coated with the lemon pepper seasoning, I'm going to put them in the air fryer for about 5 to 7 minutes. But first, I'm adding about a tablespoon of lemon juice to my shrimp scampi. In addition to my salmon in the air fryer, I'm going to add these meatballs and the flame grilled chicken. They just need to be heated because they're already cooked, and I already did it on one side. I'm going to flip them over and do it on the other side for a few more minutes. Now that they're done, I'm breaking the chicken into smaller bite-sized pieces, which will be great to add to my lunch containers. I have my broccoli and quinoa already portioned out from the quick cooker, and now I'm adding my shrimp scampi and my salmon to separate containers. My shrimp scampi came out really good. I probably would add some Parmesan cheese next time, but definitely better than Sam's because I know what's going into it. I have everything portioned out. I have some great lunches here. Shrimp, meatballs, chicken, salmon is gonna be perfect all week. I feel so prepared and so glad to use up exactly what I had on hand, and I feel so on top of things. In addition to these lunches, we have that salad to enjoy all week if my son doesn't eat it all up first. And also we have the ranch dressing, the homemade ranch that I made that we can use to drizzle on everything. So great to have that as an extra condiment made from scratch. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.